Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the Nathan's Numbers YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at an introduction to Surds. It's quite a complex topic, it is a higher topic, and there's going to be a few parts to this, so I guess it's probably best to start with just a little introduction. So Surds, basically, we're looking at this thing here, right? So you will have seen it before, with things like square numbers and stuff like that. So if you've got the square root of 4, obviously that's 2, and you know that, right? And you've got the square root of 9, which is 3, and stuff like that. Cube root of 27, which is 3, things like that. So when we look at things like that, those gave us an exact solution, right? That gave us an integer value. What do we do when it doesn't give us that? Well, we have to simplify it. We want to get it in the form a root b, where a is an integer on the outside and b is the number inside the surd. That's what we refer to this bit as when we're dealing with this sort of thing. So with the root 20, we want to simplify it. We want to look for two factors that we can put inside of it, where one of them is a square number that we can do the square root of. So if we look at the square root of 20, we've got some different factors. So we've got 1 and 20, we've got 2 and 10, and we've got 4 and 5. So I see one there that has a square number in it, this 4 and 5. So what we can do is we can rewrite this root 20 as root 4 times 5, because that means the same thing as root 20, right? 20 is just 4 times 5, so we can rewrite root 20 as root 4 times 5. Just remember that our ultimate goal is to get it into this form here, where we've got a root b, where a is an integer, b is an integer as well inside the surd. So this 4 here, well, we know what the square root of 4 is from earlier, don't we? We know that's just 2. So applying it to this, we can write out this surd a little bit differently. So if you think back to your algebra and you've got a times b, another way you can write that is just ab, because it means they're still being multiplied together, right? So another way you can write this surd is root 4 root 5. So still being multiplied together, you're just writing them separately. And now you can do the root 4, which is 2 root 5, and that's root 20 in its simplified surd form. Well, we've got it now in the form of a root b. No, yeah, a times root b. So we know that's now in its most simplified surd form, because this 5 obviously can't be simplified any further because it's a prime number. So that is sort of your introduction to surds completed. I'll give another example. So I want you to have a go at simplifying root 80. Pause the video and have a go. So when we look at some factors that root 80 has, if you did this correctly, well, you can see that it's probably going to be quite long to list them out, but 180, 2 and 40. But there's one in particular, so 3 doesn't go, but you've got 4 as well, and you've got 4 and 20. But you also have one for 5. You've got 5 and 16. Now I notice here that we've got this 5 and 16, and this 16 can be simplified straight away. So I'm going to rewrite this, and as well, another thing to mention, a lot of it's trial and error, or it will just take you longer to get to it. You could do it with this here, and I'll show you how you can do that in a second, but I think it's just easier to go with this one. So we've got root 16 times 5, which means we've got root 16 root 5, as you remember back to the a times b is ab. Root 16, of course, is just 4, so root 8 is 4 root 5. Now I'm going to show you how to do that with the other method, or not other method, with the other factors, which is 4 and 20. So root 4 times 20. Write it as root 4 root 20. So you got 2 root 20. Now you do the same process for root 20 that we did earlier. So you got 2 root 5 times 4, 2 root 4 root 5, and then you've got 2 times 2, because that root 4 goes to 2, root 5, 2 times 2 root 5, 4 root 5. So you'll see we got, well, that's root 8 in a simplified form. It's the same answer we got earlier, but it was just a lot quicker to go with the other factors. Okay, so hopefully that's a good introduction to Surds. Thank you very much for watching. I know this is a hard topic to grasp, and there's going to be a few little snippets and clips on this on the channel because it is quite a difficult topic. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.